with this writer's strike, do you think that it's ever going to come back? Personally, I hope they never come back. But what are you hearing about all this Hollywood shutdown?
Well, the thing about the writer's strike is they're only screwing themselves because we have these platforms now. You have your own show. I've got mine. And the more they shut down Hollywood, like, we want more money. We're not doing it for the money. We just do it to entertain the fans. We make money on the side, and we're having a blast. So we're going to take a big victory lap, and they're not going to catch up to us. It's going down.
No, you're right. And I saw Whitney Cummings making fun of how after LeBron James, and we can't say anything about medical stuff. LeBron James' son, everything's safe and effective. Bronny James is great. But she made a statement about myocarditis and made a very sarcastic tweet about it, saying how that word is trending and how this is new Twitter is awesome, saying in a sarcastic way. Yet I think it's great bringing up awareness on something that's basically causing a big problem. But we have to be careful how we say that on YouTube. I hate talking like this. My point is, nothing makes me happier than knowing that Whitney Cummings can't produce a show on her own, because none of these effers ever have done it on their own. They need these studios, they need these production companies, when in reality, they don't. I worked for a show, Cheaters. Let's run that clip. Let's run that clip. This has to do with what I'm saying. Before we run the clip, I worked for a show, Cheaters, here in Dallas for a long time. They said, Alex, you're going to be the next host of the show. Then when it came time to hire me in April 2020, they hired a guy named Peter Pankey, but his real name, his rap name, was Peter Guns. The reason why I know is an affirmative action pick over me, not just because you're an African-American, which that's great, but they made him change his name from Peter Guns to Peter Pankey because the show is distributed by Viacom. So my point is, I lost out, and a cameraman, Jansen, a great guy, said, Alex, you should start your own podcast. I started to do the podcast on my own. Then I started going to city council meetings. Then I started doing the ambush interviews. And now I have my own show. So what I'm saying is, it's just crazy how when one door closes, another door opens if you want to open it. So now with all that being said, I want to get your reaction to this. This was one of my best episodes I ever produced. Now, George, you have that clip?
Is that when you met Dontarius?
No, that's not when I met my wife's boyfriend. But that was one of the episodes that I produced. And a guy shared that on Twitter yesterday, and it's up to 14 million views. And not one person tagged me that they noticed me in there. Which, maybe that's my ego. But yeah, if you notice, I was in a gray shirt because I was one of the producers. So I was actually doing some covert surveillance. I was a pimp on a blimp. And that opportunity, they said, Alex, you're going to be the next host. And then I lost it. And that's when I started this whole kit and caboodle thing you're watching today. So it was actually a blessing in disguise. But my whole overarching point is Hollywood is dying. You guys are like a dehydrated carcass. And the only thing that is going to save you are the freaking bald eagles that eat you off the road, Hollywood. You can suck my grundle. We don't need you. And the people that do need you deserve you because you suck. So Hollywood, for making crappy content, for not giving us anything that's halfway as good as anything from the 90s. I would love to see you guys make one movie as funny as Dumb and Dumber, one movie as good as Shawshank Redemption, one movie as cool as Pulp Fiction. And he said the N-word a bunch in that movie. Now if you try to do that, they would cancel you.
Yeah, I agree. They've gotten too sensitive.
So art is dying. What's your opinion on it, Kayvon?
Absolutely. It's like we're in the Wild West right now. We have our own little path, and we can do whatever we want. We're not beholden to Bud Light's marketing team making a decision for our shows. So people get the real deal right here.
Yes, they do. I mean, man, I just go back every day and thank my lucky stars that I went on my own. And this is another thing, Kayvon, you and I want to be more successful. Like, I even want more success. But I think it's impossible for you to fail if you keep trying. And that's what I try to tell these other people. For you, you're going to be incredibly successful. You're one of the funniest comedians that I've seen. And guys, Kayvon, guys need to go to his show. He's an actual comedy technician. Me, I'm like a bull in a china shop. Kayvon is, I mean, you're laughing the whole time, and I'm not just kissing your ass. Kayvon is a true pro, not one of these boo-boo open mic amateurs like Primetime 99 cutting off his genitals live on the air. I'm trying to get like you.
What I love about Primetime is you never know what he's going to do because he never knows what he's going to do. So it's just infinite how many things he can come up with. And I am trying to tweak my jokes, get them ready for an upcoming TV performance or something.
Oh!
knock down the cameras and start a whole new performance of his own.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself